Again, if you didn't hear, we've had some trouble logging on today with Zoom. And so welcome everyone who has made it into the Zoom chat room, and welcome coordinators and staff to our spring coordinator campaign virtual kickoff today. My name is Robin Jones, and I am a donor relations officer here at United Way of Pierce County. Again, I apologize for our rough start. It's always difficult when you're trying to get somewhere and something happens and you can't make it. So we're hoping for a few more friendly faces. We had about 9 RSVPs today, so we know it was going to be a small but mighty crowd. And we did not expect some of the difficulties that we've had. So again, I apologize for that. For those of you who have come on board, please feel free to change your name out of Laura Badeau and go ahead and rename yourself on the 3 little dots so that we know who's here. And we'd also like to go over some housekeeping rules or adjustments. First of all, everybody is on mute. So when you need to speak, please go ahead and use the raise your hand reaction button, or put something in the chat box so we can see what your question is or what might be on your mind. Those are really important things. I don't think, however, with this huge crowd we have today, it will be a problem if somebody wants to say something. So please feel free to let us know what you're thinking. And again, feel free to change your name so that we know who's in the room. Also, I want to let you know that we have several, actually 2 trivia questions that will be asked during our presentation. And with those trivia questions, there is a $25 gift certificate for whoever answers that question correctly. So be listening for the virtual trivia question, and know that whoever gets that answer right has the possibility to win a $25 gift card. Well, there's some friendly faces. The last thing I was going to also say is, please, we want to see your face. We want to know who's in the house. So thank you for letting us see you. And again, we apologize for some of the troubles on just trying to get on board today. Again, go ahead and change your name out of Laura so that we know who you are, and now we can see who you are. And with that, I'm going to go through today's agenda. I'm thinking there will probably be a few more people maybe entering late, but let's go ahead and move on to today's agenda. What we're going to be doing is several things. So I'm going to try to keep us on track because I know time is valuable. You've already met me. You will be introduced to Emily Mendes Bryant. She'll go through our mission and our goal. I am also having the opportunity to introduce you to our United Way of Pierce County staff. And we will be having some upcoming donor videos as well as those trivia questions. So be looking for that and type your answer in the chat. I will go over a campaign overview of what's available. And then we will also have drawings coming up. The first one will be after the overview. And then Laura, who you all first were named as when you came on today, will be going over the campaign coordinator tools. We're going to take a deeper dive to let you know what's available through those tools, which are all online. And then we have a special guest in the house, Miss Jessica Boggs. She was on loan from DaVita. She was a loan executive, so she has the floor for a little bit of time. We're going to go through our COVID response and virtual volunteering options, some new things that are coming up this spring. We're up to a second drawing after that, another video. There will be Premier Partner and campaign award recognitions, as well as a time for you to ask some questions in closing. So on with the show. At this time, I would like to introduce Emily Mendes Bryant, our Chief Development Officer at United Way of Pierce County.
Hi, aloha everyone. This is a special VIP treatment that we're having here with Ed and Caitlin, and I think one more person's coming on board. You know, I have moved from Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii, about a year ago, working for Aloha United Way, but I am so happy to be here. Born and raised in Seattle, Washington. It is so nice to be back and just back to my roots in the Pacific Northwest. And thank you for attending our event today. We are excited to share the virtual details and information with you. I know this is virtual, but I would like to take a moment and honor and acknowledge that this event is taking place on the traditional lands of the Puyallup people as we pay our respects to elders both past and present. In addition, we would like to pay respect to the 500,000 people who have lost their lives due to COVID. We are going through the hardest times all over the world as a nation and in our very own community, which makes our work even more meaningful and needed. This year marks our 100th year in this community in making a difference, changing lives with companies like yours and with coordinators like you. Our mission is to work from the heart, to unite caring people to tackle our community's toughest challenges. And our bold goal is to lift 15,000 families out of poverty and into self-sufficiency by 2028. It is very bold and audacious, and sometimes they call it hairy. But we do that by investing in 3 key areas with help from everyone. These areas include working with organizations to provide basic needs such as food, healthcare, childcare, and shelter. 211, that's our helpline. Also, sometimes even a lifeline for people, which services 3 counties. We have seen such a significant increase in calls, especially due to COVID. Every day, our specialists connect people to critical resources, to food, housing, transportation, behavioral health, and employment. And last but not least, are Centers for Strong Families, which is a network of 7 trusted community organizations in local neighborhoods that help struggling families improve their financial bottom line. And together, we are creating real systems and multi-generational change. It's pretty incredible. And in addition, our values, the power of community, diversity, and inclusion. Our United Way here in Pierce County fights for every person in our community every day. We believe that every person is entitled to be treated with dignity and respect, equal treatment, and access to justice. And as an anti-racist organization, we are bringing our equity lens to the forefront in all that we do. We have 350 workplace campaigns, can you believe it? 350 organizations that run employee giving campaigns just like yours every year. You as coordinators are the heart of our workplace campaigns. You are leaders, you are giving hope through your own passion and commitment of planning these campaigns, whether you volunteered for it or was voluntold for it. You support events, you get donations, you volunteer, all to support our cause and to help our community. And we cannot do this work without you. Please know that myself and my entire team and the organization are truly grateful. You keep this work, this important work going, and we appreciate all that you do. We know it's been challenging for our neighbors, our friends and family, our coworkers, and maybe even you. And we thank you for taking this on. So here's to living united. Here's to another 100 years of creating change. And back to you, Robin.
Thank you, Emily. And with that, I'd like to introduce the resource development team. You've already met Emily and myself. We have Missy Candler in the house, Laura Bedell, which we all started out as today, Mike Goodell, we have Allison Loft, and Jody Jasinski. So thank you guys. We know it takes a village to make a day like this happen and an event like this happen. So I appreciate my team, and we have learned so much in this new world that we're all in. With that, I'd like to also say that we have are going to be hearing from one of our donors. And Esther had worked with us in the past. She was a previous True Blue member. And then I believe she's moved on to another company. I want to say Microsoft Surface, but she was kind enough to put together a donor video for us. And she's talking about the reasons why she gives to the United Way. And we're going to be hearing from her.
Individuals on their own can only do so much, but when you work together with other people, the energy that you create expands and it creates so much more. We have a population of nearly 1 million people here in Pierce County. If just 60% of that population were to donate the equivalent of a cup of coffee a month, that would generate $40 million of money to help with the resources that we need for helping lift people out of homelessness, food banks, help people with their utility bills, to help people with rent assistance, and to fund the 211 line. Just do something once a month to help others. It's our responsibility as a human race to take care of each other.
So that was Esther, and she did a great job in putting together and really going through her reasons why she gives to United Way and potentially why other people can too. With that, we have our first trivia question coming up. And again, this is where there is the possibility of winning a $25 gift certificate. It's a Visa gift card for whoever gets the answer in first and right. So Mike, can you take it away, please?
Thank you, Robin. Okay, the first trivia question. Now that the Swiss is gone from downtown Tacoma, what is Tacoma's oldest continually running saloon? We're going to wait 90 seconds. I'm sure you guys will come up with your answers before then. No Googling, no cheating, and away you go. We need some Jeopardy music or something right here.
We do. TikTok. Oh, good guess.
Good guess, but no. And you're not limited to one guess.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Nobody's got it yet. It's not Katie Downs, but another good guess.
Any more guesses? Tacoma.
And Katie Downs was really close.
Yeah, Katie Downs is.
It's in the oldest part of Tacoma.
We have a winner, Caitlin. That a girl. There you go.
There she is.
It is the SPAR. The SPAR is 100 years old also. So, and they've been running continually since then. So congratulations, Caitlin. You've won $25.
Yay, Caitlin. Okay. And a little bit of trivia. My dad used to deliver sawdust to the SPAR back in the day when that was their main heating source. Can you imagine how long ago that might have been? So congratulations, Caitlin. And moving on, the campaign overview. We are in a whole new world. We've had to learn how to turn on a dime and become resourceful and adapt and evolve. And I'm so proud to say that our campaign materials, our brochures, our tools, our videos, our YouTube videos, all of the resources that we need are available online, and our pledge cards. So we're excited about being able to bring that to you virtually, and so we can stay safe and still get the message out about what we are doing. Our theme this year is Make More Possible Together. And it's true, we cannot do this work, we cannot do this lift without you. So it takes all of us to have a paradigm change. And I'm so proud to be part of that movement. And I hope that you will be joining me as well. When you open up the campaign overview, it gives you some great facts and some more information about our bold goal. I believe Emily mentioned it earlier that we will lift 15,000 households out of poverty by the year 2028 and into self-sufficiency, one family at a time. That still remains our bold goal. Last year, we invested $6.4 million back into the community, and every dollar that was donated went back into the community, our local community right here. So lots of reasons why you should continue to help join in this cause. Last year, we also had over 90,000 connects to our 211 basic helpline. So a lot of things going on there. A little bit later on in the presentation, Mike will be going through our COVID response. So you'll get more information on that. And Laura will be talking more about the tools that are available online with a deeper dive. So again, this is just an overview to kind of give you an idea of some of the things we'll be talking about today. And with that said, we have a drawing. Wow, you know, your odds are pretty good today, I must say, you guys, for everybody who made it this room.
There's more names in here, but I'll keep on pulling to see who wins. Because you have to be present to win.
That's
so
true.
Yay,
That's
you
true.
guys, hey,
You gotta be present to win.
You gotta be present. So let's see. Oh, okay. Keep on going.
So you're pulling that name out of the virtual bucket?
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see it. Yes, I did. I pulled out a name and it is Courtney.
Courtney. Courtney's in the house.
Woo, woo. You're a
Yay.
winner.
Congratulations, Courtney. Okay, second winner, Courtney. Yay. You are free to unmute yourself, Courtney, if you want to, and do a woohoo.
Woohoo!
Great. That's awesome. Yay. Well, congratulations on your win. And next, what we have is Miss Laura Badeau coming up, and she will talk about some of those new campaign resources.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And thank you, Robin. I think most of you guys know me. My name is Laura Badeau, and I'm a Donor Relations Officer here at United Way of Pierce County. I want to thank you all for joining us today and to learn more about the fun virtual ways we can bring excitement to your United Way campaign to encourage others to get involved. And so first, I want to quickly review the six reasons and tools to have a successful campaign. Number one, being a campaign coordinator means that you are the driving force of the campaign. You are an ambassador of United Way of Pierce County and the face of the company's culture of philanthropy. Number two, secure leadership support. By getting leadership involved drives the campaign's success, and they become an example to follow. Number three, build a team if possible. Campaign committees establish creative ideas, support campaign logistics, and shows a strong commitment to the campaign's success. Number four, design your campaign. Campaigns are flexible and easily customizable. We'll help you tailor yours to match your organization's campaign goals, philanthropic focuses, and time and resources. Make sure that to include personal touches like volunteer opportunities, friendly competition, and fun virtual events that makes your campaign memorable. Number 5, promote your campaign. Be excited about your upcoming campaign. Announce the campaign's progress. Recognize donors and showcase the work that's being done in our community by participating in the campaign. And number 6, and most important, say thank you. Hold an internal thank you event or to celebrate the success, or work with your donor relations officer to think of creative ideas that can have a partnership. And then I want to discuss the tools that we have. We have 3 existing tools. We have the traditional paper pledge form that we're more than willing to drop off or mail to you in any amount. So those are still available. We also have eWay that some of our biggest campaigns run. It's a software system that uploads employee content supplied by the coordinator that can be utilized to plan emails with individual donor links to a secure pledging site. It's really ideal for large companies, and if you do use eWay, we suggest you continue. The third way we're kind of pushing and we're kind of encouraging campaigns to do is a rollover campaign. It can be used for a good majority of employees that express interest in keeping their donations the same as last year, which means that they're interested in the same amount, frequency, and designations. Rollover campaigns are much easier to perform in eWay, but they can be done with other consideration and preparation. So let's talk about the new virtual tools that we have. The first one we have is a Fillable Pdf Pledge. The Fillable Pdf Pledge form, with designated sections for donors can fill out their information. The PDF can be emailed or uploaded to an internal website. Once the donor has completed their form, the PDF can be saved and sent to the coordinator. The second new virtual tool that we have is the online pledge form. We can make a custom URL website with your company's logo on top that resembles a paper pledge form that can be adjusted to reflect a pay period frequency, or the donor can enter the information and it can be collected. The other new one we have is Text to Give, a dedicated text line that can be sent to the responder's email with a link to the pledge card that can accept credit and debit. It's ideal for events, but it also can be used for campaign pledges with preparation. So these are the new tools that we have. If you didn't catch them, make sure whoever has the honor of holding your account will be sure to support you and discuss all options with you to make sure that you have a full campaign, smooth campaign, and a successful one. And we're more than willing to present physically with social distancing or virtually. The other thing that we did update is our virtual campaign blueprint. We've updated our blueprint so that when we have a one-on-one campaign planning session, we talk about everything from engagement tools, campaign goals, and what resources you need that we can supply to support you. Now I have the honor of introducing our fall 2020 DaVita Loan Executive and our campaign coordinator lead for the DaVita Spring 2021 campaign that just launches in a couple weeks, Jessica Boggs, that will be showcasing the DaVita campaign.
All right, thanks, Laura. Hey, everybody. Just like Laura said, my name is Jessica Boggs, and I'm employed at DaVita. Being involved in my community has been important to me since a very young age. And this year, I had the honor of being the loan executive with United Way of Pierce County. What that means is I was still on DaVita payroll, but I was able to devote my time to supporting United Way of Pierce County campaigns for other companies in our community. This will be my first year as the chair of the United Way committee back at DaVita. Our committee consists of about 23 people from various departments, and our overall company is about 1,200 employees between 2 buildings. Several are returning committee members that have helpful insights. Several of our committee members are returning, and they have helpful insights into what DaVita has done in past campaigns. Many of them are new, though, just like me. Transitioning events into a virtual campaign is going to be a big team lift. We're shooting for the stars and increasing our goal to more than we raised last year. The unknown of if virtual events will have participation is a real concern for my committee, but we're not letting that stop us from trying though. Keeping a realistic mindset and being okay with trial and error, as well as hoping for a future that allows us to get back to in-person events is what keeps us motivated. Our kickoff traditionally has been a pancake breakfast served by leadership. So this year we morphed our kickoff into a department meeting, so we're still reaching as many ears as possible. The help of those committee members that have facilitated in-person events in the past is fantastic because it helps us get a feel for what might be successful virtually. Since we're not able to have that traditional kickoff breakfast, we've transformed this event into a drive-by lunch, which keeps us socially distant, but still together. To increase participation, we've even extended this lunch offer to household residents of employees as well. And we're using the help of technology to send out a survey to determine if teammates would rather we provide an actual lunch for them or use donations to put that money towards a lunch for someone in need. We'll also be having a virtual bingo game facilitated by our committee members. And we've just decided today that in between calls, we're going to be sharing fun facts about United Way of Pierce County. And it's a fun way to keep the campaign top of mind and encouraging us to stay in touch with one another. The United Way of Pierce County will be setting up a website for us to vote on leadership submitting a photo. Unfortunately, the content of this photo is a bit of a moving target. Our first idea was to have leadership create a TikTok video of a silly dance, but we learned that historically that's not been popular. But that's okay, we're gonna keep moving forward and think of something. The most important things to remember, like a lot of what Laura said, is remain flexible, be okay with setbacks and changes. Don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that's within your own company or from United Way of Pierce County. Make sure to use those fantastic tools they have online, including that online coordinator toolkit. Get your leaders involved. Try to maybe find a coworker that has a personal story they can share about an experience with the United Way. Keep your committee updated and keep your campaign top of mind through communications and events. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you all for supporting United Way of Pierce County, and I hope you have successful campaigns. Now I'm going to throw it back over to Mike.
Okay, and Mike is here. All right, trivia question number 2. Hey, you guys can't let Caitlin win both of these here. In the 1880s, 2 ministers, 1 priest, 1 rabbi, and 2 Jewish women walked into the spar. No, joking. They started United Way. In what prominent U.S. city did that occur? Once again, no cheating, no Googling, and go. We have a funny man. No, Ed. No. Nope, nope. You guys keep going. Nobody's got it yet, but good guessing. We're getting closer. No. No. It is in the western half of the United States. I'll go there at this point.
I was going to say, this is a hard one.
It is. No, not Portland. Not Sacramento.
That's when you say warmer.
I was going to say, you guys are dancing all around it.
We might have to put everybody out of their misery and let them know the answer, Mike.
No,
Okay.
Mr. Flash
Give 'em-
got it right. Mr. Flash got
Hey,
it right.
where?
Okay, think transportation. That's a good clue.
441. Mr. Flash submitted it.
441? I don't see it.
Oh,
That's
I
not-
don't see it,
oh, people are.
but he got it. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Well, why don't you give us the answer?
The answer is Denver, Colorado. Who would have thought? So did anybody get it? I don't show that anybody got
I
it.
guessed that.
You did? Awesome. We just didn't see it in the chat.
Hey,
He messaged it directly to me because I
Oh, you're
Oh,
special. No
okay.
wonder.
Because it's not in our chat.
who got it? Who got it?
Mr.
Ed
Flash.
got it.
All right, Ed.
Woo!
Ed,
Congrats.
play by the
Awesome.
rules.
No one. Okay, makes sense now.
Yeah.
Play by the rules.
All right.
All right. So I believe I'm up. Is that correct?
Yes.
Talk about COVID response. Okay, COVID response. 10 years ago, a movie came out called Contagion, really popular movie dealing with what they called a pandemic. You know, everybody thought that's crazy. What is a pandemic? Well, 3 weeks from now will be the 1-year anniversary. We all had to go home and start working virtually. United Way of Pierce County didn't wait to find out what was going to happen to start helping the community. With the Greater Tacoma Community Foundation, we established the Pierce County Connective Fund, and we have raised over $700 million is going directly to Pierce County for COVID relief. Another thing we did is we had UWPC for Alice this summer, and I'll explain Alice here shortly. We raised $63,000 that went directly to Alice families. A couple other things we did quickly. We got 7,500 masks, 5,000 went directly to Pierce County Health Department. We created a diaper bank, which garnered 18,000 diapers that went to 500 families. We connected 400 different volunteers. There's people that just wanted to do something, but they didn't know what, to 37 projects at 19 different partner agencies of ours. And some real heroes for United Way in addressing COVID is our 211 operators. There's 20 operators servicing 3 counties, Lewis, Thurston, and of course, Pierce. Boom, right away, within a few days, they were working 16-hour days, 7 days a week, helping with the COVID response. As Emily said before, last year they answered, before COVID, 90,000 separate calls. Since COVID, it's been up 60% since then. Phenomenal stuff done by a phenomenal group of people who do not get enough credit. Fabulous employees. Now I'm going to go on to Alice. Alice is not a person. Alice is people. Acronym stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. These are working individuals and families that do not have assets, liquid or otherwise, to fall back on. These people live above what the government considers the poverty line, but they're unable to meet basic life essentials. How does this happen? Here's a brief scenario. Two-person income household, one of them because of COVID gets laid off. That happens to be the parent who covers the medical through their company, and they have kids. Now, those kids are anything like I was as a kid with more zest for life than brains, they're going to have some major medical, unexpected major medical bills. In Pierce County, half of Pierce County's 65 cities and towns have greater than 1/3 of the families in that town fall under the Alice category. And here's the even more sobering fact. The average number of Black and brown household families that fall into Alice is 60% in Pierce County. Think about that. That's more than 1 out of 2. So let's slow down just a second. We use the word community quite a bit. We throw it around, but what does community mean? It means something different to every single one of us. Is it the area you work in? That would be the downtown corridor for us. Is it all of Pierce County? More than likely, it's the area you live in and the surrounding area. Okay. Now I want you to think about that. 1 out of 3 households in your area fall into the Alice category. Okay. 1/3 fall into the Alice category. We all see homeless people walking around, and United Way helps those people. But the people that you're not considering that have the needs are the people that really need your help the most. Okay? And that's ours. Last thing I'm going to do is give you a couple other ways that you can be involved with United Way. Corporate donations, which we'll accept at any given time, believe me. Sponsorships, where you can pick an event or program we have and donate money directly to that. Advocacy, we just had meetings with legislature last week to talk about United Way, to tell them that we need the funds to continue from the government. Gifts in kind, we'll take clothing, we'll take toys, we'll take books and make that work for the community. Engagement opportunities and numerous volunteer opportunities. And that gives me a great segue to introduce Miss Allison Locke, our donor engagement manager. Take it away, Allison.
Thank you, Mike. Well, hi, everyone. It's great to be with you today. And I want to thank you for all that you do with your companies year-round for United Way. So we had to reimagine volunteering when COVID hit and began introducing virtual volunteer options. From the Washington Mass Challenge to senior care kits with notes of encouragement distributed through Meals on Wheels, or snack packs for kids and families that we serve throughout the summer at meal sites. We also reimagined our MLK Junior Day of Service and extended it in 2021 to a virtual month of service, which included a hygiene kit project, Send a Smile notes of encouragement for isolated older adults, distributed through home deliveries, and we launched our 21-day equity challenge, which had 863 registrants. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Jessica, who helped curate the resources for the challenge. We plan to introduce another challenge later this spring, so please stay tuned for more details. And I want to thank our sponsors this year for our virtual month of service, Regents, Wells Fargo, and Umpqua Bank. And let me share with you some of our latest options to volunteer and how some companies are engaging in our work. As I mentioned, the Equity Challenge, which is an interactive digital resource for individuals and groups to deepen their understanding of and willingness to confront racism. Daily topics with supporting resources like articles, videos, podcasts, and playlists that inspire you to act on your own or with others in your organization, business, or group to help dismantle systemic racism. Hygiene Kits, as I mentioned, we did a large project for our MLK month of service, which included notes of encouragement, COVID-related hygiene items, socks, and snacks. That is still very much a need. We distributed those so far through the Pierce County Human Services outreach teams, and we have other nonprofit agencies that we will be distributing the hygiene kits through. Senior care kits, which was a project we took on for our last day of action in June, which includes notes of encouragement, activities, hygiene items, and snacks, also still a need through Meals on Wheels and EFN's home delivery program. New Friend Connect, which is currently a pilot with EFN's home delivery program to support isolated older adults to check in and chat with a volunteer. Thanks to Umpqua for taking on that pilot project. We're excited to see where that goes. And our Financial Empowerment Initiative, supporting our 2Gen work, which includes kits for elementary students and financial literacy and coaching for middle, high school students and adults. Bank of America helped us with our Franklin Pierce program, and we're hoping to have more opportunities available in the fall. And I also wanted to just say, save the date. Day of action is June 21st, 2021. This is an opportunity to support our summer meal sites by participating in our snack pack project. We'll have more details in April. And if you have any questions, you can certainly email us or contact your donor relations officer, and we're happy to provide more information to you. So thank you very much for all you do, and I'll turn it back over to Robin.
Thanks, Allison. Good information. There's a lot of things we can be doing virtually. So it's really good to be reminded about those opportunities that are out there for all of us if we want them. As we get to the last 10 or 7 minutes, we got a late start. We were talking about trying to make some quick adjustments, but we will not be adjusting this second drawing. That means you guys have a chance to win one more time. Yay!
All right, let's see. I pulled Jessica Boggs.
Yay! Perfect.
I think everyone won, right?
Yes, everybody did.
That was not, yeah, that just happened.
I think it was rigged. It was
Exactly. Oh man, that's funny.
That is awesome. So yay, everybody who was here and attending got a gift certificate. So we will get those out to you. If not, we will be hand delivering them. I think that's the best way to go because you guys are all in the hood. So thank you so much for participating. And with that, I want to recognize our premier partners for 2019. These are the companies and organizations that really epitomize what it means to be a super supporter for United Way through not only workplace campaigns, but also through engagement and volunteering and doing that extra lift to really help move the needle in every way possible. So I just want to give a shout out to our premier partners. Also, I want to recognize the campaign award nominees. It takes special vetting to really look at turning someone into a award winner. And we have nominees for small, medium, large, and public companies. So I just want to recognize the winners in those categories. For small company, it was New Star Energy. For medium, we had Quorum Automotive Group as our campaign winner of that year. For the large company, no surprise here, it's DaVita as the large campaign company of the year. And we have our public company recognition of Pierce Transit. We also have other categories that we recognize. We had 2 Rising Star winners, and these are companies that don't quite fit into any one of those categories that I listed earlier above, but are doing their share and more than their share in supporting United Way and our local community. Incline Cider and Pacific Source Health Plans were our 2 Rising Star awards. And our inaugural campaign this year was Titus Will Lakewood. This was the first year, last year was the first year that they ran a campaign. So special thanks to them. I also want to recognize our 2019 Coordinator of the Year nominees. And we have several of them, as well as our Coordinating Team of the Year nominees. The winners of those events are number 1 and 2. Actually, it was a co-winner. So we had Baxter Hobart, Steve Rodriguez as Coordinator of the Year, and Titus Will Ford Toyota Jody Fetters as Coordinator of the Year. And the Coordinating Team of the Year award that went to Tacoma Public Utilities, led by Ms. Latasha Wortham. So again, special recognition to all of those companies and letting them know that we appreciate all that they do for United Way and our community. And with that, we've got a few minutes here. Oh my goodness, we have 4 whole minutes for questions and answers. Any questions out there?
Robin, do you have any best practices for partners like Umpqua that run year-round, very broad associate giving programs? So we cross many states and don't necessarily have United Way campaigns in every of our 90 counties where we do business.
Yeah.
And so just thinking about what that. Has someone done something very cool that you think I should know about of kind of addressing it, but still have some targeted focus?
Yes, That would be yes. I'm thinking about also kind of conferring with Laura and Emily to see what we can do with putting our heads together, because, you know, Umpqua is very special and you guys do a heck of a lot of volunteering and engagement and sponsorship. Not all companies run, as Mike had talked about, traditional giving campaigns. So looking at the other companies out there and their suggested, I don't like to call them best practices, I would say suggested practices. We can definitely talk offline about some other options that might be better fits for the staff at Umpqua.
Yeah, we have a pretty robust matching program, and so it can go far, you know, small contributions can add up when they're doubled. So I think there's opportunity. I'm just trying to envision what it is that's appropriate in the way that we do business.
We will talk offline. I think there'll be some potential other suggestions for you and options that might be a better fit. And plus you have so many different stores and branches, you know, what works one place might not work somewhere else, or, you know, depending upon people's interests. So we will definitely talk offline.
Okay.
Thanks for asking the question. Any more questions out there? Burning questions out there? Well, thank you, everyone. Hey, we will get your gift cards to you. They're Visa gift cards. So congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you for sticking with us and going through kind of a rough start. I hope you think that this time was worth it. And it's 4:59 exactly.
Thank you guys. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Thank you.